Hello and welcome to The Fitness Solution. On this week, I have a fantastic human being to bring you. It's a delight to be able to talk to her. I'm here on the Gold Coast in Australia, and she is in Chicago. And it's well past, if I was in Chicago right now, it's well past my bedtime. I'm glad it's not past hers because she's here to talk to us. Her name is Bethy Red, and we connected over a TikTok video, which I duetted, which was really lovely to connect via that way. And we've been chatting ever since. And she agreed to come on and talk all about body positivity, fitness, the health at every size movement, and all these amazing things that she's a wonderful, wonderful ambassador for. And she has a wise head on her for such young shoulders in terms of this field and things. So, Betty, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I'm Betty. Nice to meet y'all.
And oh, it's lovely to meet you too. And thanks so much for jumping on. It really does mean
Of
an awful
course,
lot.
you are a very lovely man. I'm very
Oh,
honored to talk to you.
oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. So we're gonna get into everything, like that video that blew up on. How many views has it got on TikTok now? 5 million?
6.9, almost 7 million.
Ooh, wow. And it's a terrible video.
Can
Like
double check.
the topic of it is terrible, but the way you dealt with it and everything was really admirable and beautiful. So we'll get into that. But first of all, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do, and everything else, because it's an interesting story. I've known you maybe 4 or 5 days, and I'm fascinated. So I'm sure everyone who's listening will be as well.
Oh, thank you. Well, as you said, my name is Bethy Red, which is funny, it's not my real name, but that's another story. Anyways, I'm originally from Romania. I moved in Chicago. Like I told you, tomorrow's gonna
Yep,
be 9 years.
that's
Uh,
amazing.
yeah. So actually it was a great transition for me because I moved right into high school, so it's kind of like a nice merge in.
Why did you move
Um,
from Romania to Chicago?
just my mom's family was here, so we decided to like join her family,
Yeah,
which
okay.
was great. Um, yeah, it was a bit hard because I didn't speak English, so throughout high school I had zero friends, so I was only sorry
That's
always
okay.
a loner.
Oh,
um,
yeah. Oh,
So, I mean, I was used to it, so I didn't really care. Which is funny because, like, back in Romania, you're from Europe, so you know how the competition is there. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
people are super smart, and unless you're top of the top, there's no chance you're gonna make it there. Anyways, I wasn't very bright there because we're gonna get into all this body positivity. But in order for me to like get bullied throughout middle school,
Mm,
I became the class clown, so I was very studious and very
right.
on top of my grades. So I was the class clown. So you don't make fun of my body, you make fun of my jokes and things like that.
Yeah.
So like it hit me when because very early in your life they make you decide what you want to do in life.
Yep.
So yeah, I was just finished eighth grade and I was like I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. So it's a great transition for me because I could start over, fresh
Yeah.
start.
Oh,
I
lovely.
was like an A+ student. I was doing my work. I was like, it was great for me. So I'm very thankful to be here. Yeah. So, and then, yeah, now I'm going to DePaul University to study accounting.
Amazing.
I am actually, but as a side job, I am a nanny and a housekeeper,
Oh, wow.
keeping keeping the family tradition of cleaning houses. Yeah. So
Do you like that family tradition?
I like the cleaning part. I'm
Ah,
not a fan of being a
fair enough.
nanny.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
And how old are
that's
you,
my thing.
Betty?
I am 24.
Oh, wow. Awesome. That's cool. That's cool. So, and how long have you lived? You've 9 years. You said that, didn't you? You've been in
Yes.
Chicago for 9 years. Yeah. I mean, in terms of like the loneliness and in terms of moving countries and things like that, like I totally get that. Like, I mean, I moved at 34 years old. Like literally 6 months ago, I moved from London to here on the Gold Coast.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah,
That's
and
nice.
it's lovely, but all of my friends are kind of like you on Zoom and on social media now. It kind of feels like
Mhm.
I'm slowly building up a network here, but it's
Did you
slow and
make any friends
everyone's
yet?
yeah, like it's slow. People are people are busy with their lives and I'm busy with mine. My fiance's busy with her work and stuff. So, but I do understand it. Like it's daunting moving to another country. I was really scared. Had a lot of imposter syndrome here. I was worried I wouldn't fit in. Much of all the kind of scars from my past, being bullied as a kid at high school and things, kind of
Mm.
they kind of all came back to me, and things like that. So yeah, so I know how that feels. So you did very well to overcome that. What, when you was 15, 16 years old? That's awesome.
Yeah, well, I'd rather be alone than bullied. So
That is a really, I've never heard someone say that before, but that's a really, really, really awesome phrase actually. When I think back to my life, I think I didn't realize that young enough when I was in secondary school. If I had realized that sooner, I probably would have had a much happier childhood as well. Especially at school, I'd prefer to be lonely than bullied. How interesting! Wow. So you're already blowing my mind, Bethy. So
oh,
you run like a fitness blog. I know you're at school, you're going to uni and everything else, but you run a massive fitness blog on Instagram and TikTok. And
yeah,
how did you get into fitness? What happened there? How did all of that start? What's going on there?
oh, perfect. Because that's the story I was gonna tell you before this
Mm,
call.
great.
That's a great question, Adam.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Okay, so actually, I started into fitness because you know the I was kind of like I'm like all over the place because I just want to say everything all at once because
Say everything. Don't
makes
worry about it.
it it makes sense in my head altogether. But like, okay, so I initially started to my first time I joined fitness. I was 16, 17. I used to go. That's when I got first introduced to the gym, and I went with my aunt. I lost 20 pounds, and sorry,
That's okay.
uh,
So let's just tell the listeners quickly, because I wonder what these pauses are. So Betty is recording this in a bedroom with her sister, and her sister's asleep. How old's your sister?
she's 9. That's why
She's
she's like,
nine, and she's,
if she was like old, I wouldn't care. But
bless her, and she's out for the
like,
count. And so we're trying to be very quiet so that we don't wake up the sister. So wish us
it was
luck on
my
that.
fault because I thought my Sunday, and I would have planned her
That's
to
okay.
sleep somewhere else. It was, yeah. No, I'm explaining to them why we
Yeah,
do
no,
this.
it's just crazy being literally on the other sides of the world. Like we
Yeah,
almost couldn't be further apart.
yeah. Like you're basically in time traveling
I know, don't,
for me.
it blows my mind. Like
I know that's what
if
I'm
I
like.
was to travel to Chicago or America, I'd be like,
You're
am
traveling
I
back in
losing a
time.
day of my life? Am I going back into the future? Like I feel like Michael J. Fox. I just don't get it. I don't even want to figure it out. Yeah. So
Anyways,
anyway,
it's too
so
complicated.
you went to the gym with your auntie.
hmm Okay, so it was like so I would go to school 7 a.m. because that's for some reason they start very early school here.
They do.
Um, and then I was actually part of a badminton team for like spring season. So I was at school from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then
Mm.
would go home, probably eat, but mostly like not. I was like my relationship with food was very bad that time because I would literally go for weeks without eating,
Wow.
just because I wanted to lose weight. And and then after that, drop all my stuff, change into gym clothes, go with my aunt for like an hour and a half to the gym, do treadmill for 30 minutes and do like random exercise. I have like no idea. It was
Yeah.
just like what I liked about that gym was like a section just for women. So it's very
Okay.
comfortable there. And they had like all these equipment. So I did like each equipment they have there and call it a day. So I lost the 20 pounds, but after 20 pounds, like I still like went for 6 months and like not even like 1 gram of pound would I shred. And I was doing the same thing and still not eating and doing the same work. So I guess my body just like got into that, got used to that being the
Yeah.
norm. So it's like stuck there. But I didn't know that at the time. So I just gave up and then I gained like 4 times the weight I lost. So I'm like,
Oh no.
yeah.
Right. So it
Okay.
was
And then,
so it's like a proper binge restrict cycle.
yeah, it was very crazy. And then I got into my old habits of eating. I was like, screw this, nothing works. So I'm going to go to my just eating and do nothing.
Yeah.
And actually, then in my senior year, I even quit the badminton team, so I wasn't doing like anything. And then I graduated, and then after my senior year in, let's see, June, I started back at the gym. Okay, I'm gonna lose weight, and I'm gonna be dedicated, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So again, I started with the same thing, like treadmill for like 30 minutes, 40 an hour, and some like random ab exercises. Get the nerves. And yeah, but I don't know, like I have like this gap in my life. Just I don't know what happened between this and what I'm doing now. I don't know what clicked exactly that I decided not to, like I don't know how I got into, well actually I do know. I can actually join Instagram and oops. And I've seen all these like squats when I joined Instagram. Squats were a thing. Everybody was doing squats and
Yeah.
abs and blah blah. So that's actually how I got into like weight training.
Okay.
And I bought some like uh booty guides and things like that. So that's kind of got into it. And then I found a fellow Romanian actually. She's also plus size, and I've seen her like doing like modeling things. That kind of made me start my Instagram. I think that's how I went. I'm not 100% sure.
That's okay.
So I kind of want to do. I was like, oh, I want to be a plus size model. That's why I wanted to stay like plus size.
Yeah, yeah.
So I started like if you look at the beginning of my page, you can see like random selfies and random pictures.
Yeah.
And the way I got famous, so to speak, to like my first 10K, it was like obviously I kind of like not that I had ass as you know, but I kind of made it bigger, and I had like these booty. There used to be some booty pages and like over sexualizing women
Right. Okay.
pages, and so I got a lot of shout outs from that. So
Right.
I got a massive like follow of men.
Oh,
So
right.
like, wait, that's not what I was trying to do. Like, I had to be a model, not to be sexualized and like all these things.
Yeah.
So from that, I was like, okay, I'm seeing this not doesn't work, and I'm joining the wrong audience. So I was like, I've seen all these fitness pages, all these fitness girls doing their workouts, blah blah. I was like, I don't see anybody like me, so let me do it. Change
Absolutely.
the scenario and change my page, see if that works. At the beginning, it didn't really work, but I was like, I, I work out. It doesn't kill me to record it, so might as well do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the way I kind of like, so from like no followers to 10K, that took me about not long because of the pages and the shout outs. But from 10K to like 20K, that was all my hard work. That lasted me 3 years or more of just getting 10K followers.
Yep.
And like supportive followers, I guess. But I think if I was like, I like it, even if it helps one person, I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
in that mindset. And then I kept pushing, and I started the thing I've seen that change. I started posting daily workouts and things like that. So come like social media hacks and whatever. And then eventually I got to 30K, and then I got sponsored by Women's Best, which that helped me because they gave me a shout out, like a fitness page. Give me a shout out. They have over, I think, 5 million
Oh, wow.
followers. So that blew me up to 50K.
Wow.
So, and then we hit quarantine. So I was like, okay, so I'm the one now. Okay, work at the gym. I don't really like to work out at home, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I started doing like daily home workouts, and that blew because everybody was panicking.
Right.
Everybody was
Okay.
looking for workouts.
Yeah.
So I was bringing daily workouts, daily stuff, and that took me from 50K to 100. So that's how kind of it
And
blew
it's
up.
just developed from there. So how
Yeah.
do you feel Like, how did you find that confidence? Because I mean, you might just be a naturally confident person. If you are, then props to you. That's amazing. But were you ever like not scared, but were you ever a bit concerned about trying to like putting on daily workouts as a plus size like influencer, as it were, as someone who is in a higher weight body, like as someone doing that, did you think I could get a lot of backlash, I could get a lot of hate, I don't want to do this? And if you did, how did you handle that? Or did it just never enter your mind?
Well, oh, that's what I was gonna say. The reason I like want to lose weight, like, uh, I was bullied like by my family and still am to this day about losing weight and being fat and all
Oh,
this stuff. So,
I'm
once
sorry
you
to
get
hear
bullied by your, oh, you get used to it.
that. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to get used to it.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, you ignore it, and
Mm,
if you ignore it, like, they're gonna call you fat, and then you ignore it, then they're not gonna keep calling you fat.
yeah,
Be like, oh, okay, she's not listening, whatever. They just,
yeah,
I don't know. At
they
this
soon
point,
give
it's
up,
just
don't
like,
they? Yeah.
yeah. At this point, it's just easy because you know they still try to get to me,
Yeah.
but yeah,
My mum
I don't
used to
let it
always,
get.
when I used to get bullied, my mum used to always say to me, "Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me." And she's true. It's right. Um, yeah, I'll always remember that. My mum used to say it to me all the time. I used to be nicknamed Rain Cloud because I'm so tall, and I used to cry a lot when I was at school because I was bullied so much. And she used to say it
Why?
to me
So,
every day.
can you explain to me why you were bullied? Like,
I used
I don't
to. I
understand.
was just bullied because I'm a bit geeky. My ears are big. I'm tall. I'm long. I'm a bit thin. I'm a bit skinny. I wasn't very strong as a kid, and so people used to pick on me. I used to get bullied all the time. I'm also an actor, and people used to think that was a bit strange, and they couldn't really understand it. So they used to take the mickey out of me for that. I'm just one of those guys. I'm an easy target. I'm just a very easy target. I'm confident.
That's so.
I'll say, I'll happily put myself out there. I'll talk to people. I'll do things. I'll try and play football. I'll try and play sport and everything else. And so people, I'm an easy target to cut down. And so
Weird
they
to me.
did.
Like, see, like, that's the point, like, of like why I do this, because like you would never satisfy this society. You're tall and skinny, people will bully you. I'm short and fat, people will bully me. Like, there's
Yeah.
no between.
There's
Like,
no
who
perfect.
cares?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like if you're going to
So
bully me for being the way I am, if we're going to bully you for being the way you are, why don't we just stop bullying full stop?
yeah,
Like that would just make everything so much easier, wouldn't it? But
exactly.
what is it? You ever heard the phrase hurt people?
Yes,
There we go.
exactly.
And that's all it comes down to. And when you can understand that, um, it gets a lot easier. It gets a lot easier. So, should we talk about that video?
Oh wait, let me go back to that question
Okay.
you're asking me because we kind of drifted from that. So no, I wasn't never confident because so I have two older sisters. My problem, the only thing I'm not confident is like when it comes to men.
Okay.
Like, so that was kind of my uh insecurity always, because I feel like men and fat girls are not very intertwined, so that's why. But my mom always tells me, oh, you need to lose weight in order to get married, nobody's gonna want you if you're fat, blah. So that was always my insecurity. So that was like the first reason I wanted to lose weight,
Right.
which kind of like I was like, wait, hold on, I'm gonna change for you, but you're not gonna do anything for me. Like, no. If you don't want me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. So,
What a phrase. Yes, I love that. An empowered woman.
yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
That's good.
So I have my my oldest, but second oldest sister. Not really like best friends, but before, I mean, I was always like admiring her, but she was always the skinny, pretty girl that all the boys wanted. So that was like a massive insecurity for me. So, I mean, I never told her this. I mean, and then, but I found out that in her own way, she was insecure herself, and she didn't see the things I seen. So I was like, that kind of like open up a thing. Like, was like, wait a minute. Everybody has their insecurity, and nobody's perfect. Just because you see somebody perfect, they don't see themselves perfect. So that's why we stop comparing to each other, because you don't know what the other person is going through, and and I just come to the conclusion that the way you look is not shouldn't define you. That's why I was like, I stopped putting pressure on like the way I look, and start like stop letting people get to me, you know.
Yeah.
So no, I wasn't not always confident, but when I started doing those workouts, I was already at that point in my mind where I was like, I don't care, you know. So
Yeah. And so how did you kind of flick that switch? Because there'll be people listening to this, I know there will be, who are like, well, it's easy for her to say because, you know, I want to be like that, but I just can't be. Like I just can't do that. And would you say it was because I think I know the answer. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
no, go
Um,
ahead.
okay, I'd say, was it because you was actively doing something positive? You was actively creating something. You was actively doing something that was good for you physically, and then but you was also inspired to do that for something else as well, i.e. your Instagram page. And therefore, is that how you found the confidence with which to do it? By just kind of getting over that first initial hump, and then you started to just enjoy the process of doing it without necessarily worrying about everything else that might come with it? Or was there something else?
Well, actually, what kept me going was me posting it, and kind of like that was kind of a what's that word? Give me 1 second.
That's okay.
My accountability. There you
Right.
go.
Yes. Yes.
So like I kind of got in my own head. If I don't do it, then people would think, oh, she's quitting. She's like, well, so I got in the other extreme of
Right.
where
Okay.
trying to please people in different ways.
Yeah. Like you're
But
not going to give up. You're not going to give
yeah,
in. Yeah.
but the first, I was reading because, like I said, my like insecurity as is like the dating side of
Yeah.
this your life. So I was reading this book, Men Don't Love Women Like You, and it
Right.
kind of like hit me like like that book is like not trying to like tell you what to do to like get a man, but it's like going into your soul to like in like to your person to like shine to radiate what's inside. Like I know this is like cringy to say, but like it's so
Not at all.
true. Like you but you like express how you feel inside you radiant on the outside no matter how you look like.
Yep.
So I was like I lay my personality because I'm loud and funny and I'm trying to be outgoing. I mean, I'm very introvert, but I'm trying to be outgoing. So like I let the thought of people like whatever they think of me, and I'm loud. If I laugh loud, if I'm funny, if I'm not, if I'm annoying, I don't care. You know, I just have to do that. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm trying to like not let the body define me. Just do like just forget your fat. Just I look at myself. I look in the mirror. I don't see like a fat body. I see myself. You know,
Yep. Absolutely.
like
I get that.
and like I see like the way I want to be seen. Like even if I do have a stomach and fat arms and whatever, yes, it's there. I'm not like being like I'm not trying to be blind about it and not saying oh like oh, I'm skinny, you know, like
Yep.
but I want to like I look at myself how I others see me like I have these curves. I'm like
I love
I
that.
don't know like
I look at
I'm trying to
myself
like
how I want others to see me. I think that's fantastic. I think that's a really good
yeah.
way of
So
putting
if
it.
you basically like fake
You
it
have
till you
to,
make it. You
yeah.
like
And I think you have to love yourself in order to let other people love you, right?
yes,
I don't think other people can love you if you hate yourself. And
exactly.
or I think it makes it a lot harder for them because then there's two, then you have in that situation, you have two people who are suffering, right? But if you can, if you can heal yourself, and if you can see what you want to see out of yourself, then it will allow other people to see that as well. And I think
Yeah,
that's really what confidence is, right?
and when it comes to it, like you said, why make two people suffer? Like make yourself happy. If that person sees you
Yeah.
the way they want to see you,
Mhm.
like cut that person out. You don't need that like negativity, and you don't need. Okay, if you see me fat, okay, you can go. Like nobody's gonna make you
Would
stay
you
here.
say
That's your
would
problem.
would you say losing the goal and not focusing on and trying to not and not worrying basically about trying to lose weight, would you say it made that easier for you? Would you say it made it easier for you to start seeing yourself how you wanted to see yourself because you didn't constantly see yourself in the shadow of someone who's trying to lose weight? Or would you say you would have got there anyway?
No, I think if I I kept pressuring myself to lose weight, I would always find flaws in me to
Right.
pick at it.
Yep.
So I stopped
That
like
makes perfect
focusing
sense.
on lose. If I lose weight, good, whatever. Like I'm at the point in my life where I don't care if I'm fat, I'm skinny. I will always see myself like this.
Yeah.
Um,
So
if
and so what is now your goal? Like in the gym, say, what would you say your goal is? Do you have one or not really? Because there'll be people
well, I'm
listening
kind
to
of
this that are like, if I'm not trying to lose weight, then what's the point of me trying to do anything?
well, I like to stay active. I like it's a
Yeah.
hobby. I like to work out. I just at this point, I've seen actually this year after quarantine when I went back to the gym, I could actually pick up heavier weights, and I wouldn't even pick up a 45 dumbbell, not a dumbbell like barbell, like those.
Yeah.
I would never pick those before. It's like, because I oh I can do it, and then I try. I was like, let me try, like really try.
Yeah.
It's
Too
like
right.
whoa, I can do that. Like at this point, I'm like my biggest goal right now is like to be able to do like a body weight push pull up, like
Pull up.
like
Amazing.
yeah, like I have like a very weak upper body,
Yeah.
so
Well,
it's gonna
everyone
be
does.
a very
Everyone has a weaker upper body compared to the lower body, right? Because our
yeah.
arms and
No,
our
but
chest.
mine is very like like under like very weak.
Yeah, but I
I don't
think
know
that's
how to
probably
say
because you are comparing it to what you can do with your legs. And I think a lot of people are like that. But the size of your bicep is so much smaller than the size of your quadricep or your hamstring,
well,
right?
actually, my like size of my biceps and what my bicep can pull, it's not the same.
So I love that. So you gave up the goal of trying to lose weight and you kind of
Yeah.
embraced this goal of just getting
Mm.
confident and strong. Like people who listen to this will hear me say strong and confident all the time. Like it's the name of my coaching program for a reason, because like that is the release. That is where you go. You don't losing weight will not make you feel confident, and it might make you feel strong, but losing weight doesn't
Like,
make you happy. But doing
exactly.
something productive will make you happy. Being active will make you happy. I saw you commented on my TikTok video the other day that was like, living an active lifestyle is more important than living in a smaller body. And I
Yeah, of
was like, give me a hell yeah if you agree. And I saw you. Thanks for the comment. But yeah, it's so true, isn't it?
course. I'm here to support you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Actually, but what I realized, when I did lose the 20 pounds. I
Yeah,
still seen myself because I had like zero confidence because I thought I need to be skinny to be pretty
be
and to
happy.
be
Yep.
accepted and blah blah blah. Man, but I lost that weight. I still see myself the same way, like 20 pounds lighter, still the same now. I'm like almost 100 pounds more than when I lost weight,
Okay.
but I'm
Way
way
happier.
happier and I'm way confident. I'm way like it's weird, but
I
like
love
you
that.
need
I
to like
love that
you need
so
to like
much.
yeah, you need to like unless you find yourself and like you as a person, like stop your body define you, you will never be happy. No
Yep.
matter if you're size 0 or size 16, it doesn't matter
It's.
because
I mean,
there's like
it's so true. And I know I've never lived in a higher weight body, right? I never have.
yeah,
But
but in your own experience you live in the
right, that's
opposite
what I was
just
about to
because
say. But if all I ever focused on was how weak I am, like if all I ever focused on, because that's like the big hang up of me. Because from school, I used to have all these bullies that used to always say to me, "You can't beat anyone up in school. You always cry. You're such a wuss." All this kind of stuff, right? And if I only ever focused on what I couldn't do, if I only ever focused on the weight that I couldn't lift, I'd never actually take stock and be proud of the weight that I can lift.
yes, 100% agree with that. And actually look, I seen like men grabbing. I was like some at the beginning I was like I get mad because I only can lift so much. And when I see like men lifting the same as me, I was like, for a second there, I was like, I need that weight, like grab one, you're a man. But then I
Yeah,
was like, wait a minute. I don't know his story. I don't know what his goals are. I don't know. Like, that's a good first step of like him grabbing that weight and doing something.
yep,
Like I have my brother is he's very skinny and he loves it. Like that's his goal and that's what he wants from his life. Good for him. So obviously he's not gonna go like bench press 300 pounds if it's
Yep.
only like 160. Like
Uh-huh.
it's not my business. Like and I see like and I see women are like looking at men like that lift like lighter, or even men in general. They feel like so judged when they pick up 15 pounds instead of 30.
It's
So I'm like,
also
no,
not.
man,
It's also not
go ahead.
relative because the length of my arms and the length of my limbs. Like if you was to condense me and put me into like somebody who's 5'4", I'd probably be able to lift as much as they can. But
Yeah,
because my limbs are so much longer, I have to move so much further to complete a lift. So it's a lot
yeah,
harder for me. So lifting 60 kilos in a bench press, not that I can do that. I think I can do like about 45, 50. The fact I can do that is relative to somebody who is probably a foot shorter than me, is relative to them doing maybe 70, 80 kilos, And so, and it's that nuance that when you're bullied, when you're in that situation where you're only focusing on what you can't do, you don't see the gray in between. You only see life as black and white, as I must be able to
hmm,
do this in order to be happy, as opposed to seeing really the scope that's in the middle.
agreed.
Yeah. Yeah. What a lovely chat. Um, you're very, very, I'm very impressed with you, Betty. So
Yeah.
let's talk about
And
was it
it's wait,
6.4
hold on.
million people have
And it's
seen.
almost 1 a.m.
I know
So
you're doing very. I know you're very
no,
impressive.
actually,
I
you're
wouldn't be.
getting my like
I wouldn't be this alert at 1 a.m. I can assure you that. But I'm an old man.
no,
That's
but
why.
at this I'm in my thoughts anyway. So I'm like review my life and what I'm thinking like deep in like if you weren't here, I was probably crying. I would probably cry like, oh,
Oh,
always find something to
oh,
like pick at it sometimes. But I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, girl, you just go to bed.
yes.
Stop.
Just go
You
to
know?
bed. Just go to bed. Right.
Oh,
So
and actually, let me tell you
go on.
something. Sorry, one second.
No, that's
I want
fine.
to say something about this. You know, when you're confident, everybody has those days where it's just like something about them. They're confident. Like even if it's like once in your lifetime, you feel confident. You have a pretty dress on. You have a nice suit on or whatever. Something that makes you confident. But then when I was like trying to pick at it, like, oh, I'm so ugly. Nobody like I let like some like my mom's opinion of like me not getting married get to me and like, oh, actually maybe she's right. That's why I don't have somebody, blah blah blah. But I'm like, I'm the same person that was confident yesterday. So why today am I picking at these things? I still look the same I did yesterday. So that's what I was like hitting like, okay,
Yeah.
thoughts do change the way you feel about yourself.
Of course they do. But
So
then
like once
the important thing to remember there is that thoughts are just things. So thoughts always pass. All right. Thoughts are only important if we choose to attach importance to them.
because
So
by the time you wake up tomorrow, you don't even like, why did I
no.
cry yesterday?
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So
I would say as well, going to bed very late at night probably isn't good for that.
that's my life. I
But
have to admit
I'm
at this
very
moment.
glad you're on the podcast. So let's breeze past that.
Okay, never mind. You're good. That's your you're good. Actually, it's good for you.
so 6.3 million people.
6.9.
Okay, don't show off. Um, so let's talk about it, okay? Because what I'll do is I'll tell you what I saw, because I think I saw it. I came a bit late to the day because you reposted it with the person blocked out because there was a reflection of them in the mirror, right?
No, actually, the person blocked. That's the first post. The second
Oh,
one
okay,
was I took it off when people pressure
right,
me like, show her, show her.
right, okay, cool. So what I saw was you were in a studio in front of a mirror. Am I right or not?
Yeah, no, my bad.
Okay, cool. Everything okay? Cool.
Yeah.
You was in a studio in front of a mirror getting ready to film something for
hmm
whatever.
I
Which you,
actually started because I was actually start job roping, but my hair kept pot. That's why I was like
yeah,
fix my hair because
right.
it was in a clamp, so that doesn't stick. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. And then
I'll train.
you was about to record something, and then two or three other girls came in, and
No, okay, so
was it one girl?
no, just one girl. So
Okay,
okay, so let me tell you how it was. Okay, so that's like so this is a gym. I don't know how gyms are in Australia
yeah,
or
no, they're
like
the
other
same.
gyms.
It was just a studio, wasn't it, in the gym?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
the gym, and then there's like a studio where like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
usually keep classes like dance classes or yoga or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay, so those lights are usually open unless they're doing yoga, so they
Mhm.
have to be on. Okay, so when I walked in, she was already there, so that's.
Right. Okay.
But she was like lying down. I wasn't really paying attention, but she was on her phone.
Hmm.
So the lights were half off, so you can like split the studio in two. They're not even two; it's just like more dim. So I was like, okay, you're not on the phone. Usually, like I was in that situation where I was like turning out the lights because I don't want people to see me. But like she wasn't on her phone and doing anything, so I turned on the lights because they were already open. Unless it was
Yeah.
pitch black, I was gonna ask, oh hey, can I open? But I was like,
Yeah. Of
she's on the
course.
first, doesn't care. So I turned on the lights, and then I went to like put my stuff down. She gave me like the weirdest like dead stare like
Right.
I ever seen. I was like, uh, I was like shocked for a second. I was like, and I smiled at her. I was like, no,
Yeah.
if okay, if the light bother you that I open it, it's
Just
like,
ask me to
can you
know.
turn? Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's not that big of a deal. Like the lights are supposed to be open.
Hmm.
So if you really want to, I wasn't gonna be like, no, they're supposed to be open and be like mean about it. I was like, oh, okay, sorry, But she was on her phone. And she didn't say anything. So I'm like, okay, So I proceeded to like take out my stuff out. So I wasn't recording at this point when she gave me the dead stare. So I'm assuming it's because of the lights, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe it's just because. So and then I proceeded to take out my stuff, and then I took out the tripod. And when I took out the tripod again, she like was looking at me with like this dead stare.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got my rope, and then I started recording. I put the tripod on, and I went there to like start jump roping, and I had my friend's headphones in, but
Mm.
like as I was jumping, they kept falling off. So I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it off, and like, uh, I was if you hear in the background, there was like a show playing. It's like
Mm.
I'm watching a show. It's like distract myself because it's like cardio isn't my thing. So it's like I need something to distract me.
Yeah.
So I took it off, and I proceeded to like I was having a really bad day, not day as in like I couldn't jump for some reason.
Yeah.
So like I kept me thing up, and like and I was using the hair excuse to like why I was jumping right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like as I proceed to like fix my hair, she then looks up and like starts that conversation out of nowhere.
Yeah. And
So
the conversation was along the lines of, "What are you doing?" And you said,
yeah,
and you responded with, "I'm just I'm setting up a video for my blog." And
no,
she,
it's like no, I look no, because like that's like that was like I turned my head like so slowly. I was like, am I gonna be mean? Am I gonna be nice? I'm gonna be mean. Cause
yeah,
like
right.
the like from the first step I took in that studio, she was looking at me with like a with with a bad I don't know, she was giving me dirty looks from
Yeah.
the first time I stepped in. So it's like, or you already like were like so mean with me just but the way you stare at me and like looking down on me.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I think she was trying to have a fight with me, so I'm just gonna like be nice about it.
Mm.
And that's why I was like, I looked at her. She's like, "Are you recording yourself?" So I'm like, "Yeah." Well, why? I was gonna. That's why I didn't do anything. I was like, "Why not?" I was kind of
Mm.
giving her an attitude, like, "What's
Yeah,
the
of course.
problem?" But I didn't want to
And
get
rightly so.
into it.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna sit there and explain to her that I have half a million followers on my Instagram and I post workouts and they
Yeah.
care and blah blah
There's
blah
no
and like
need.
try
You
to
don't have to.
justify myself.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to justify
That's
yourself
why I
at
say
all.
blog. Like I people don't usually use blogs anymore. It's very rare.
Yeah.
That's why I said blog. Like it's either vlog, Instagram, TikTok, or like whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like blog. It's like I'm like okay.
And then did
Anything
she
else?
just walk out, or did she say anything else?
So she was almost done by the time I walked in.
Yeah.
I guess she was sitting there, and then she
Yeah. Yeah.
proceeded to like she left. She proceeded to like put her weights away. She grabbed her phone, and it's like, "Well, have fun," and then walked out.
Right. Okay.
Like sit.
So
So
she was just being really condescending towards you, as in,
yeah,
why
she was
someone
leaving
like
either
you.
way.
And did you feel like she was basically saying, why is someone like you recording
Yeah,
anything for fitness. Yeah.
yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
posted it, because
And how did that make you
if
feel?
nothing, I did this point in my life, I don't care what people think.
Okay. And what was the
That's why,
response you
because,
got when you posted it?
well, actually, I first posted it on my Instagram story.
Yeah.
I don't post those on my like feed or anything.
Yeah.
I was like, everybody was like, what a bitch, and whatever.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like the same kind of thing. And then I was like, again, I was like, he post something that these things, oh, people always post this on TikTok, so let me post
Mm.
it. And
Yeah.
I cover it for a reason. Like, because like a lot of people justify it with, oh, she didn't want to be in the video, but she really wasn't. Like,
Mm.
so I was here, and I don't know if you've seen the racks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then,
It doesn't matter if you covered her over, you covered her over, right? So, like,
yeah,
she
no,
might
but like people, if
whether
I,
whether the video was on or not, she shouldn't have behaved that way. She has no right to condescend you just because you're recording something for
yeah,
fitness.
and if the recording was a problem for her, that she think, like, there's no way she would have known I was recording
No,
her,
but
because
it
she was
doesn't.
around the
It's
corner.
irrelevant. It doesn't matter whether she's being recorded or not. It's not. It's like saying we shouldn't be racist. For as long as there's not a camera on it. Like, you know, like it's okay to be racist if there's not a camera on us. But the second there is a camera on us, if we knew there was a camera on us, we wouldn't be racist anymore. It's not good
Mhm.
enough. We just shouldn't be racist. So it's
Right.
exactly the same policy on that. And
No, but yeah, but I'm saying like people thought that she was mean to me because she was recorded.
no, yeah,
Because
but
she
no,
would
not at
probably be
all.
in the video.
Like, I mean,
But I was like, if
how
that
in
was the
this day and
problem,
age, we're always on camera, aren't we, in this day and age, in a gym, especially in a gym. Like, everyone knows what's going on. And if she didn't want to be in it, she'd just say, "Would you mind waiting until I've left?" Like, there's easier
yeah,
ways to deal
exactly.
with it. Yeah,
But again, she wouldn't know because she was around the corner. So there's no way, if my
yeah,
camera is facing me this way, like at this
yeah.
angle, and
She's
she's
off
here,
shot. Yeah.
how, that
Yep.
that
Yep.
wasn't the problem.
So have you experienced stuff like that before in the fitness industry?
Actually, no, I would say
No?
no. I don't like,
Wow.
not personally that somebody
Yeah,
would
that's
actually
cool.
come up to me. No, maybe
Right.
because I have that uh like, I'm very like
Plain
in the
face.
gym. Don't
Yeah,
talk to
right.
me. Like
Serious
I
face.
would go through it.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think people would like approach me.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
But that's what I mean. Like the people that know what it takes to be in the gym and get to the gym. Like
Yep.
I'm very an advocate for gym is a safe place,
Safe
because
space.
that was the first time in the 6 year I've been to the gym that somebody like.
That's amazing. That's a really
But
important message to put out
actually,
there as well. Because not my favorite, but one of my most popular blog posts is if you Google, I'm scared of going to the gym for the first time or anything to do with gym anxiety, then one of my posts comes up all about being
oh
scared
really?
about going to the gym. Yeah.
Mhm.
And why you shouldn't be scared of going to the gym basically. And it's one of my most popular posts because so many people have that fear and worry. And many
Yeah.
people think that they're going to be stigmatized and the truth is I personally I feel like the environment can be stigmatizing, but necessarily the people in there isn't stigmatizing, whereas most people are more scared of the people in there than they are necessarily the environment.
Mhm. Have you been bullied in the gym? I
In the
think
gym,
you
oh yeah, all
said.
the time. I used to be so on, on when I duetted your video or stitched it or whatever I did
Yeah, you
on that
said
story, yeah, people used to always like flash their biceps at me. They used to always basically say, like it was subtle, but they every day they'd say there are other personal trainers. They'd say you don't have big enough muscles to be in here. Why are you a personal trainer? You shouldn't be able to do it. And when I first started as a personal trainer, a lot of people used to just scoff at the fact a skinny guy like me could be a personal trainer.
but in the sorry, you as an individual, just being there with people, just come up to you, meet you, and be like, "You, why are you here? You're not supposed to be here."
Yeah, nah. I can't. If they have, I can't remember an incident when that has happened. No, not at all. But then I
Yeah,
am a
but that's what
six
I
foot
mean. People
four
are,
behemoth of a man. Well, not a behemoth, but I'm a 6'4"
and
bloke.
you're
So
not gonna be
if
missed.
so, yeah, if someone's gonna have a go at me, they better damn well know they can. Not that I'm violent, but then I'm probably they're probably gonna think twice. But if I was 5'4", they may well think it. But no, I can't say I've ever experienced that really. It's more to do with personal trainers being a personal trainer.
yeah, I agree with personal trainings, yeah, but as like a individual person going to the gym, I don't think anybody would, because that's what I mean. Out of the 6 years I went to
Yeah,
the gym, this is the first time that happened. But
yeah,
it's actually funny because then a couple of days later, I'm trying to be like more going now at the gym.
yeah,
So if you go to the same time, you kind of see the same people,
yeah. Of
so you kind
course.
of get friendly with them and blah
And
blah
chat
blah.
to him. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So this guy just started a conversation with me a couple of weeks ago, and that week, and also it's a whole thing going on. He was like supposed to go out with a friend of mine, and he ended up being late. They didn't go out, and he was like talking to me, and he was doing lunges, and I wasn't mean about it, or the way I was like trying to help him do lunges. I was like,
yeah,
okay, go, can you go? Like, let me like help you, because guys don't usually like to do leg day. So
yeah.
like, okay, can you like here? So you do this.
Absolutely.
So I think he got like offended that me would tell him like how to do a lunge.
Right.
So I don't know. We were having a conversation. He's like pulling up in his Instagram. He's like, "Oh, you sound like this guy," you know.
Yep.
So I was being like, funny. Follow me. So I put my Instagram in. He looked at my page. He starts scrolling through it. He's like, you look so much better if you like lost a couple of pounds."
Oh, what an ass.
I was like, like I usually don't care, but I'm like, yeah, and you will look better if you like stop skipping leg day. I was
Did you say that to him?
I did.
Good. What did he say back?
It's like, yeah, I'm trying, blah blah blah. It's got all defended,
Yeah. Well,
and it's funny.
exactly
And
right.
then yesterday, again, I see him. He's like sitting with the front desk people,
Mm.
and me and the front desk people are very like become very friendly. So like I'm not the person to like be mean and stuff like that. So I'm like
Yeah.
joking around, like I flick them off, like, oh fuck you,
Yeah.
peace
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
instead of like peace out, like like like
Yeah.
we're like being very funny. And he's like shouted at me like, oh, we hate you and blah blah. I'm like, and I was going out. He shouted like, "Oh, we hate you!" And I come back in. I was like, "Oh, that's okay. I still love you guys." Like I was being very sweet
Yeah.
about it, because that annoys people more than
Yeah. Of
when you
course it does.
respond with the same side. It's like, "No, we hate you. You look like a basket." I was like, basket, like he's trying to tell me. It's like, yeah, a hot basket. And when I walked out, I was like, what is like? So, anyways, like we're like drifting apart. But no, like I think like I'm gonna advocate for like gym as a safe place, because I feel like the important people that actually put in the work and show up, those know what it takes
Yep.
to just even show up. So I
Absolutely.
don't think, because this happened, like I didn't post it to show you that people bully at the gym. I
No.
posted it because I was like, look how I respond to it. Like,
Yep.
don't give one dime to people that like look down on you.
Yep.
That was the point of the video. I wasn't trying to scare people of not coming to the gym. I
Oh,
was
no. Of
like,
course.
just ignore it. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Just deal with it. Move on.
like,
Like, and
yeah, like,
essentially, not a lot happens. Like when something like that happens, right? Even if there is a comment, I find when people are at the gym, their imagination is really what's worrying them more than what's really going on.
yeah,
And that's like I've had clients in the gym doing step ups and they've like slipped or they've fallen over, which isn't great. Like obviously people should stay safe, right? But we all fall over in the gym. I fell off a treadmill at 18 kilometers an hour once, right? And you don't like and whenever like this client, she was doing the step ups and she fell. Her leg just got weak and she fell. Like it wasn't my fault, it wasn't her fault. It was just one of those things. Like she just
yeah,
I had what bad day. It was one of those things. And she hit the floor and I went, stop, stop, stop. She went, what? I went, look. She went, what? I went, look around you. She went, what? I went, what's happened? And she looked at me and went, well, nothing. I went, exactly. No one cares. Like I care because I'm here and I'm your personal trainer. You care because you're on the floor and I want to make sure you haven't hurt yourself. But no one else in the gym is even noticing what's happened. So,
exactly.
all your fear of life and all your fear and worry of what people
It's
think of you
just
and stuff like that, when you fall over, it's literally all in your brain. It's your
exactly,
own imagination being your worst enemy, unfortunately, which is a shame. And
which
yeah,
is funny. I do that. Like I follow the time, but like
Yeah.
because I'm usually in that room over there, so I try new things to see like what can I do next. So I was
Yeah.
doing like I'm very scared of like jumping and stuff like that. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, okay, okay. So anyways, I was doing like jump steps, and I like tripped over and like hit the mirror.
Yeah.
Which is like it's so funny to be like when you fall, like it's a mistake, like it happens.
Yeah, of
So
course
like
it does.
nobody saw, but like I was recording, so like I posted on my Instagram, like look, I fell. I was like, it's fine, like these things happen, like just make fun of
Absolutely.
yourself. It's
It's
like
just
it's part
normal.
of your life.
It's
Yeah.
normal, which is probably the most important thing. So, well, I'm very glad to hear that you haven't experienced too much weight stigmatization before in the gym and stuff. That's really, really
Oh
positive.
yeah, because that's what I mean. Like I never seen her before, and I haven't seen her since. So
Yeah.
if
So that's really the
for
message,
one
right?
in a million, yeah, so for one in a million cases that somebody might pick on you,
Yeah.
like there's no reason for you to like achieve your goal, just like be active because like somebody might pick on you. Like,
Yeah.
it's
It's
not
like it's like aeroplane syndrome, isn't it? It's like in the news, we only ever hear about the planes that crash. We've never heard about
right.
all of the millions of planes like each year that take off and land perfectly safe. And people get a
Exactly.
fear of
Yeah.
flying because of like the three
From
news
that one
stories they
plane,
saw over 10 years of these three planes crashing. And they ignore all of the stats of how safe plane travel actually is. So,
yeah,
yeah,
which is
it
safer than the
is.
cars actually.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. So, Betty, I mean, it's been like over an hour, which is just awesome. And thank you so much for your time today. Like, it's been
Of
such a lovely
course.
chat with you.
We've been going off the subjects a lot. That's why
That's all right. That's life. That's
we
what
haven't been.
podcasting is. I told you. You was worried about this, weren't you? And I was like, it's just a chat with a friend. You got nothing to worry about. All right, just chill. It'll
I'm
be
just
fine.
worried because like when I like try to like talk to my Instagram, I have to take a video, and I record at least 10 times because
Oh,
I'm trying to
no,
say something and something else comes out, and
one take.
yeah.
Yeah, like if you can learn to do it in one take, like most of my TikToks and most of my Instagram videos are all one take. Like,
Which
or I
the
might
first
I
take
might
is,
do a sentence, stop it, do a sentence, stop it, do a sentence, stop it. But it's literally I'm just trying to get it done in one take.
mhm, but which is better because it gets your first reaction, your first
Yeah,
actual look, and
yeah,
once you do it a million times, you just become
yeah.
fake,
And I'm a
which
trained
ruins
actor,
the
so
video.
I'm trained to not let that happen. But if you're not a trained actor, then hopefully, yeah, that's more
What do
likely
you mean?
to
I'm a
happen,
trained
isn't it?
actor. I'm
I'm
just
sure you are.
a natural act. I'm a natural actor. This was all fake. I'm just doing it for the camera. I'll just go in the bed and cry that I'm fat and nobody loves me. This is actually fake.
I really hope that's not true. I know you are. I know you are. No, yeah. I mean, it's been a lovely, lovely conversation. Is there anything else you'd like to add about kind of body positivity, or just tell people, like any final thoughts on just go and get it done, be active, live your life, have fun, find that confidence, because
I
I
would
think
just,
it needs. I think you. Sorry, I just want to say, I think you could be a really great role model for people who are struggling to find that, and I really, really think like you've conquered it in a way that's so fulfilling and endearing, and impressive, like really impressive, that a lot of
like,
people could take from that.
well, actually, you're the first person that, like, I've seen like what you say. You're the first person that I've ever seen, like, supporting, just working out because you want to work out, supporting if you want to be skinny, fat, in between, just go work out because you want to work out or things like that,
I have a
which is great.
phrase.
I was like,
I,
I
ha-
was like,
I
is it real? Is it just trying to like?
so I mean I do talk about losing weight a lot. Like people can't deny that, okay? But I have a thing that guides me, and it is you okay?
Vorbesc cu cineva, am un interviu.
Okay, you're talking to your dad. I have this thing in
Okay,
my
go ahead.
life that is that guides me, and it's give people what they want in order to be able no yeah in order to be able to give them what they need. So I'll talk about losing weight, and I'll educate people on a calorie deficit and what to do and things, so that they can then find me. They find that I know the solution to that if that is their goal, and then once I start working with them, I can then start giving them really what they need. And what they need is all what we're talking about, is that self-empathy, is that understanding of who they are, is being productive, is enjoying an active lifestyle, as opposed to just focusing on losing weight. And that's a much more nuanced conversation. But you have to put one side forward. I have to give people what they want in order to be able to give them what they need. And that's really why I have that attitude to fitness.
Which is great because, like, most of people ask how to lose their weight. That's like 90% of people that go to the gym, that's their goal. So obviously you're gonna put that contact, but it's fun to like talk about it, talk facts and talk education, and it's fun to like believe that it's okay not to want to lose weight, or it's okay not to want to be buff.
And I think most people ask about why they want to lose weight, or how do I lose weight, and they ask these questions so much simply because they don't know what else to ask. They don't know how to say, can I just be active without worrying about losing weight? Is that something you can do? Or do you always have to be on this path of losing weight? Like they don't know that is possible. They don't know that's a real possibility in fitness. They don't know that you can lift weights without the goal of wanting to lose weight. And so they just don't know what else to go for. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to me. I like started to lose weight, but then I started to want to lose weight, but ended up just finding fitness as a passion and just
which is amazing. Which is really what, as a personal trainer, as someone called the gym starter, is really what I'd love everyone to discover. I'd like them to think, if they get involved because they want to lose weight first, but then they find a love of fitness, they find what an active lifestyle can be, they find how to live in balance, they improve their relationship with food. I wouldn't want any more for any human being in the world.
Yeah, and fitness like has so many like styles of fitness that you can do. You don't have to like everybody has to do weights. Not everybody has to just do cardio and things like that. But I'm a very like, because a lot of people, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to start. Just show up. That's the first step. That's the hardest part of fitness.
How do I go to the gym? You go to the gym.
You get out of bed, take your keys, you drive,
and you go. You literally just go.
And you go.
Yeah. How do I get back into the gym? You just get back in. It's that simple. And you just start again.
That's like I like constantly say this. Like the hardest part is to like get out of bed. Because we all know we're like lying in bed, like scrolling to TikTok. Like, why don't you go to the gym? So it's like, just like once you're out of the house, it's so much easier. Just get up.
Absolutely. So
that was my problem too.
Betty, where can everyone find out more about you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Bethy Red, Bethy Red. We had a full conversation why it's not that way, but we say Betty.
Betty.
I have
Bethy, so it's Bethy Red Red, but it's pronounced Bethy Red.
Yes, I have a Q&A on my YouTube explaining why it's Bethy and not Betty spelled.
Awesome.
I was 12, okay? We thought you're cool.
Is Instagram the best place to find you?
Yes, that's my most active and I put all my livelihood on there. I'm trying to like do YouTube, but
it's hard, isn't it? YouTube.
It's hard, but I'm not a very good time management. I put all my dedication into my Instagram, and then I kind of like forget to,
Takes a lot of time.
I have other platforms. Yeah, I'm trying to quit my job to have time for this, but we'll see how that will play out.
So, I mean, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much for the conversation. It's been an absolute joy to chat to you and to hear all about that. And I know you don't even have to worry about it, because I know full well so many people who listen to this will get so much from it and will find your story so incredibly inspiring. So from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of all of my listeners' hearts, just thank you so much for your time, Betty. It really means a lot
no
to me.
problem. My absolute pleasure. It was a pleasure chatting with such a lovely man.
You're too sweet. You're too sweet.